everybody, this is Kevin, and welcome back to another anime review. And today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on Digimon Ghost Game episode 47, which had a lot of stuff go down here. I mean, holy crap, they should have definitely split this up into 2, maybe 3 episodes because of all the different plot points, returning characters, new characters. It was pretty crazy, but overall, definitely a good episode. And we saw the debut of Shadramon in the anime. He is a Digimon who's appeared in the card game and the video games. And a really cool design, the Armor of Courage Digivolution for Wormmon, right? So you may have seen Vmon's Armor of Courage Digivolution, which is Flamedramon. And this is what if Wormmon had the same thing happen to him and he turns into like a fire bug. And, like, so badass looking. I'm surprised they never used that in 02 or even paid reference to it in the newer movies with Try. I mean, I guess 02 kids were hardly in it. They disappear at the beginning and then nothing happened. Although they did have a cameo in Last Evolution Kazuna. So it was really cool seeing him. And we also saw Datamon as the villain, who is a longtime character who appeared in the original anime. I remember he had like a little arc with Sora. And he's also appeared in the other anime and in Ultimate. Although they call him Nanomon. I don't know if that's like the sub-dub thing. I always call them by the dub names. So that's that. But yeah, a lot of stuff happened here. And also we had Mummymon and Espimon return again. And Mummymon had such an epic scene, which, you know, I'll talk about it once I show you the screenshots. But I feel like this episode would have definitely been better if they split it up into 2 parts. So the episode starts with Shadramon basically dying and saying, I've come to this world for nothing. I'm going to die like this. I don't want my memories to be erased because when Digimon die, they turn into Digi-Eggs and they're reborn again, although in most cases they lose their memories. Which is kind of odd, because they mentioned that in this anime, but I seem to remember in the original series, right, with Angemon, when he defeated Devimon, he turned back into a Digi-Egg, back to Patamon and all that, but he remembered his memories, so I don't know, maybe it's just like a translation error of the subtitles, or I'm forgetting things, but that's what was going on there. And as he's dying, Datamon appears and takes the Digitama, which is right before it turns into a Digi-Egg again, and puts this data into a human who turns out to be one of Kiyoshiro's friends. And as the days go by, body parts of Shadramon start coming out of this human character, and it's really some creepy body horror stuff, which, you know, this show really does toe the line between being a kid's show and showing like gruesome body horror shit, which, you know, if you're showing this to your like 5-year-old, they're gonna have nightmares, I'm telling you. Because at one point, Shadramon's head comes out like right here, and it's like a conjoined twin or whatever. It's like, holy fuck. But yeah, you know, he starts acting up, and Kiyoshiro's like, oh, what's the matter with you? And he's like, I haven't had any sleep. And then Kiyoshiro has a funny comment where he says, I must be mindful of spoilers for my anime shows. Like, again, showing that Kiyoshiro is the weeb extraordinaire. And he sees Shadramon appear out of this human guy, his friend. And he starts freaking out. He's like, oh, it's a hologram ghost. So they got to call, you know, Roly and Hiro. And then Espimon's there. And there's a funny quote from the kid who says, oh, senpai, I didn't know you had any friends. Which is like, oh my god, poor Kiyo. But they decide that they're going to call Mummymon, and it was cool to see Mummymon again, and, you know, he's trying to figure out how they can separate the Digimon from the human, and then Shadramon takes over during the night, and goes out eating garbage and stuff, and then eventually he turns back to normal as he can be, in that, like, when the Digimon first come to the human world in this series, they're the hologram ghosts, they're translucent, and they either need to, you know, get more data or kill or whatever, and then they become real life forms in the digital world. So Shadramon does that, right? And he turns like more human, or not human, more like not hologram. But what happens is he's still connected to the human character, and he starts freaking out. And then Datamon's like, aha, I'm the real villain all along. And you see him, he's really small. He's inside the ear of the human character, and he starts controlling Shadramon using Flare Buster, you know, the attack that Flamedramon used in the 02 anime. So there's a big battle that goes down, and then eventually Thetismon uses her powers to separate the two, and as they separate, you know, Shadramon says, like, oh, I'm back, I'm finally me. But he turns back into Digitama because it wasn't meant to be, and he dies anyway. So, and then also they capture Datamon and put him in this little jar. And then out of nowhere, Black Gatomon shows up and is like, I'm taking that. And he just runs off. And then Hero says, oh, I have a letter for my father. Can you deliver this letter to my father? And then the fucking Black Gatomon just takes it and leaves. And Rolly asks, what'd you write? Oh, I said I want to tell my dad all the wonderful experiences I had with Digimon. And then there's another meme, the recycled meme of Hero's father saying, like, I don't know, son. LOL. LMAO. Not my problem. Which is fucking hilarious. So, here's Datamon in the ear, right? He's a little guy. And you see he's using his, his hand there to control him, I suppose. And, let's see. How do I get rid of that now? Fuck. Here I go. My Boomer Tech. I'll show you all the other screenshots now. But I had to get that one because no one posted that. So some of these screenshots are my own, actually. I contributed to the 4chan thread this week like a good guy. So here's Datamon, Nanomon. I'm calling him Datamon in the original series, an adventure. This is Shadramon, he looks so cool, man. I love his design. This is Wormmon with the Digi Egg of Courage. This is the start of the episode. I came all the way to this world only to die because of a stupid fight. We saw the fight off screen. That's why it could have been better if this was like a two-parter or something. I don't want to forget my memories. And these things here are Datamon using his power. And then he puts them into Kiyoshiro's friend. And here's the funny quotes. I've been so busy. I'm even behind on my anime shows. That means I have to be mindful about spoilers all day. So Kiyoshi sees the hologram ghost manifesting and starts freaking out, and then Espimon's there too. And Espimon's, I'm looking for the real hero, and because Angoramon's not there, he's having the town hall with Mummymon and all them. So Kiyoshiro tells Espimon to find Angoramon, and he says, I'm busy looking for the real hero. So that's the conjoined head, appearing, and Mummymon with his research. So, again, with the body horror shit going on, and Kiyoshiro, his screams are fucking hilarious. He's like, oh! He freaks out all the time. I freaking love it. And he breaks through the window. So they're like, what do we do? Calling Mummymon, saying what's going on. And they decide to have their plan. And also, this was interesting. People were trying to figure out what this meant. But as the battle was going on, their Digivices kept glowing. And people were theorizing in the comment thread that it could have been Gullis Gammon listening. Because Shadramon kept talking about his past memories and how he didn't want to die. So people are theorizing that perhaps Gullis Gammon was the old Gammon who died in a battle or something, but his memories stayed intact. I don't know. Some of the theory crafting stuff is kind of BS, but it was weird why they included this into the anime, into the episode. So here's Mummimon's epic entrance, and I took this screenshot. I posted this one in the thread, and I thought it was pretty badass, coming in to save the day. And this is Tesla Jellymon's plan because Datamon was in the ear, right, and he's magnetic. She was going to use her electricity, and because Espeon is kind of he's part robot, cyborg or whatever, use the electricity to pull Datamon out as a magnet. So there were some clever little bits of action here with that. And Espeon, I hate my life, the poor guy. And that's Datamon captured in the jar. Mummimon's going to examine him, and Shadramon saying, I just want to go back to being me. Look how fucked up this image is, though. Seriously, man. That's some creepy shit. And Tedismon's able to set him free. And he's like, yay, I'm free! Although, he disappears. He dies. And damn, man, what a way to go. Very tragic. So, again, I don't have the screenshot of Black Gatomon, but he showed up. And this is from an old episode, right? Of Black Gatomon with the letter. And then Hero says, seems like a reply from my dad. And Rolly, well, what'd you ask him? I asked him what to do with Digimon who are too hard to handle. Sorry, son, I don't know. Good luck. Which goes back to this famous meme of Hero's father. Where is it? I have it somewhere. LOL, LMAO. Not my problem. But fuck, man. This episode was really good. I enjoyed the episode, especially seeing Shadramon, who, like I said, the design for the dude looked awesome. But it should have been two parts. And again, I know a lot of people don't like the Monster of the Week. I have learned to love the Monster of the Week thing. I think it's not bad. It's good entertainment week to week. But it's times like this where I do wish, let's do 2-part episodes to have some bit of a longer story going. But I did like the action sequences and the battles and the little clever thing they had going on to get Datamon out of the human's ear, which I keep calling him the human because I fucking forgot its name. It shows you how relevant of a character he is. Like, I remember Kotaro because he's at least appeared in, at least 10 episodes now, but some of these other characters, they're just one and dones. And I do remember Emma, who was the future girlfriend of Kyo, although Jellymon is going to have it. But yeah, fun episode. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below, and stay tuned next week, which next week, there's some creepers going on because it's got to do with weddings, and they saw Rolly in a wedding dress. She's trying on a wedding dress for some reason. So some of the comments, I mean, you guys, you got to calm down a little. It's fucking weird. But anyway, we'll discuss that next week. So thank you guys. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.